Okay, hi everyone. I wanted to use this short video to focus on something I just discovered in my own Canvas experience. I was actually making a video for one of my upcoming classes, my Social 104 Deviance class, and this issue came up, and it's one of these things like, I don't know how you feel about teaching in Canvas. For me, it's a great LMS, learning management system, but I still discover things as I go through the next class. I add a new feature, or I maybe think about using some new apps to incorporate in my class and so forth. So I discovered this and I thought I would just mention it as a tip if you come across it, if it happens to you, and I think it's a very easy mistake to make. And so this particular mistake I made was related to finding a file basically. And so let me go to the offending page. So this is a section where I've set up for my students a foundation of what they're supposed to do for the week. And then what happens is you click on this link here and that will take you to the information that's needed. So I'm clicking on that link. And I don't know if you caught that, but something happened. So let's go back to the previous page. So I want this to go to the information that I have. And in fact, I have a page set up for this. If I go to Pages and I click on Discussions, I have the page. And this page has text and a file. And if I go to edit this, it actually has the correct image. And the correct image is found here. It's called Discussion Posts. And it's one of those things that when you set up a class, you might look at all the files that you have. A lot of these are PDFs, my open educational resources, but I do have a few images. I have a Coyotes logo, discussion posts, that image you saw, and maybe one other. But what happened was, even though I had this information here, and even though I have a page set up called Discussions, which is the page I'm trying to point the students to, and I click on that, and it looks good, right? And it's still showing Social 104, and I have my page. Well, the offending issue was when I set this up, I cut and pasted because I like this discussion, or I like this header here. I cut and pasted this from a previous class, and when I click on this now, it's actually going to launch to this link here. It'll take me to that previous class. So I'm clicking on it. We go from Social 104, and now we're in Anthro 110. Okay, and I click on that home, and sure enough, I'm going to see the syllabus for Anthro 110, which was my class from last quarter. So what happened was, when I was on my discussions for Anthro 110, and I really liked this information, I just hit edit. I cut and pasted here, and then I went to my new class I'm teaching in spring, which is Social 104. I clicked on my discussion, and this was actually blank, but I hit edit and then I pasted it. So it's, I think, a simple mistake, right? Because basically what it's doing is it's taking me to a link that I've set up, but it's a previous class. And so what's going to happen then is if the student clicks on that, he or she then will actually get an error, and it will say you're not authorized to view this. A request is being sent to your instructor. And then I'll get a message in my, I think, my Canvas inbox or email, or maybe both. So I just wanted to mention this because it's a simple mistake, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, on my end, on the instructor end, since it's my previous class, I have access to that page, but the student wouldn't have access to that page, and then you would get an error. So I think it's a pretty simple mistake, and it's maybe one you can avoid by just going through any information you might have, and that could also be on your syllabus. If you have anything that's linked, this also happened to me with my conduct standards. So just make sure that you import the information that you need. Again, I'm looking up here, student conduct standards. Okay, I'm still in Social 104.1. But if you use a previous link or some other link, and it is inside internally a Canvas shell, the student likely will not have access to that, and then as a result, they won't be able to access the page you're trying to get them to see. So it's just a little tip I wanted to offer here as we think about some DE issues going forward. I hope you have an opportunity to take some of these tips and incorporate them in your classes. And as always, please give your feedback and comments here in the comments section on YouTube. Good luck with everything, and I will be back soon with another video.